Blackface is Black 9/11. You okay?
Black 9/11?
Have you ever had a question you wanted to ask the opposite race but you were too nervous to ask?
I'm Turner Sparks.
And I'm Phil Duckett.
And this is Black and White Advice.
Where we answer all your questions about race, even the scary ones.
This is Black and White Advice.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message, cause they're up to the task. They're rolling the dice, they ain't always nice, but you can't think twice when giving black and white advice. Black and white advice.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. My name's Turner Sparks.
And I'm the real deal, Feel the Thrill. What's up, baby?
Look at that.
He's
We're
like,
back.
Yeah.
Episode 3. We are here. Before we get going, a couple things to clean up because we put out 2 episodes now with no warning to the human race
Right.
as to what's coming at them. First of all, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see us. If you're listening, we're in Halloween costumes. I'm a cowboy.
Turner looks like the understudy for Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain.
Hey, easy.
Look like they just had you blowing dudes in your trailer to stay ready.
I was hoping at least for like Woody from Toy Story, but I didn't know just like the only gay cowboy you could think
Woody
of.
wasn't gay, motherfucker. Andy wasn't gay.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm saying you went with the gay guy.
Well, I call it how I see it, Big Sparks. And buddy,
I think I look fantastic.
You look like you can 2-step on a ding-a-ling. That's for sure. Anyway,
meanwhile, you're the construction worker.
Well, I'm a union man.
Hello, YMCA.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Village people, me. Stonewall it is. But no, I like this because people can't tell if it's a costume or if I'm just a successful brother.
Or you just got off work?
Yeah. They're like, at least he's employed.
What do they make? Like $70 an hour now?
More than that in this city?
Oh yeah, union.
Oh my, that union,
The
they
mob
clean up.
takes care of
buddy. And once you hit overtime, you sitting pretty.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Halloween episode. All these questions, I think all, or at least most, are going to be Halloween themed. Also, we need to tell people, because the first 2 episodes we put out, everyone's asking like, hey, who's that gremlin sitting in the back of the room?
Joe? Well,
yeah.
First of all, when it cut to Joe's picture, it looked like he filmed it on a Nokia. So everybody was like, what the fuck is that? I was
It looks
Joe.
like one of those North Korea's hostage videos.
Like, read it.
Why is he still over there?
Read it.
Who's that kid? He's still there. They haven't killed him yet. Turns out it's just Joe Russell, our producer, but we haven't introduced him. We forgot to introduce him the first 2 episodes.
That makes sense. So people, people didn't know. But
And also, everyone says get him a real camera. We can't afford one yet.
Yeah,
it's
so-
all webcam.
But it's all right. You guys get the fucking picture. So until then, he'll be fine.
Anyway, he's waving to the camera right now. He's doing the tough work, everybody. He's spinning the dials. He's cutting the film. Do they cut film? What do they do?
Edit the video.
Edit the video.
Cut the film.
He's got a microfiche. He's in a green.
He's in a dark room
somewhere.
Did you guys know my costume?
What's your costume?
I'm the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh my. Well, we definitely.
Royalty in the house.
I don't even know the level of fucked up that is. I was gonna go with group home kid.
People have already been saying this is the most racist show they've ever.
A few people. Let me tell you
they've ever
something.
seen in their life.
The feedback I've gotten when people are like, when your co-host asks you because they don't know your name.
I have a
yet.
name.
Yeah, they don't know yet because they weren't big enough, so you're just the white dude. They're like, when he asked you, have you ever voted? They're like, I would have preferred him to call you a name. I said, really?
I'm sorry. Is this a comedy show? I thought. Well, they want us to be serious.
I
the
knew
whole
you were
time?
joking. They want you to have like real racism toward me. I was like, we can't do that.
I mean,
friends.
how boring would this show be?
Well, it'd be like everyday life.
Just sitting down with a cup of coffee. Now tell me about yourself.
The rest of you coloreds. Yeah, no. I think it works great. I think we got a good dynamic. And I think the same thing I told my friends and other white people who were concerned.
White people who are concerned.
The only way to solve racism is to confront racism.
You got to go straight ahead.
You got to
dead
go
on.
through it. There's no around it. You got to go through it and come out in the shit a better man.
I agree. Everyone in America says we need to have a dialogue. Guess what? This is the dialogue.
Right. And it's highly uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
But guess what? Through our differences, unity.
Oh, we're going to come together.
You see that?
We'll be on Oprah soon.
Yeah. Well, we can only pray.
So Phil, there's a lot of backlash with Turner about that, like asking if black people vote. But I'm confused because every time I turn on the news, they're always talking about getting out the black vote around election season.
Joe, you're not helping me out.
You're
here.
not helping them at all. But okay.
But I'm like, I thought that I'm confused because that.
Let me tell you something. That is a fair point. When you put
They
it like
do
that.
say a lot of times we need to get out the vote.
Because we do need to get out and vote. Let me tell you, most educated black folks vote.
Sure.
That is a fact. It's the others that tend to fall to the wayside in the whole ballot race, you know? So they're trying to get the brothers who are eligible. Because here's the thing, most brothers, not even, I want to say most, that sounds fucked up. A lot of brothers are ineligible to vote because of criminal history, whether they did it or didn't. So the ones that are eligible to vote, they need those votes because it does turn the tides. And a lot of us, we're like, I don't give a fuck about either one of them, so I ain't gonna vote for shit. I'm not one of them people. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna pick the devil I know. You know what I mean?
Kamala Harris.
I didn't say that. I just said I'm gonna pick the devil I know. So whoever that may be on November 5th, that's who I'm picking.
Sure.
You know?
All right.
So that's why it comes off like that. Thanks, Joe. Playing devil's advocate.
Got to get out the vote.
You fucking bigot.
They don't ever say we got to get white people to vote.
Well, you're the majority.
We got to get
The
out
Electoral
the vote.
College is white.
Is it? Wait, no. What? It's not a real college.
It's a PWI.
What does that mean?
Predominantly white institution.
Electoral College.
The Electoral College is a PWI. Might as well be University of Texas.
Where'd you go to school? I graduated from the
Electoral College. Hell yeah. You know how hard it is to get into that bitch?
Phil, what I'm trying to do right now is promote your special.
Oh, well.
That was all we were trying. What are we, 9 minutes in?
Well, I think that's a perfect way to do it. Gentrification is the name of my
Oh,
special.
yeah. Gentrification.
Philip Gentry Duckett is who I was birthed.
You can listen to it now on all,
Yeah, it'll be on every major
Apple
platform.
Music, Spotify.
Yeah. So all the audio platforms it'll be available on.
And then video.
It'll be out on YouTube, but I'm gonna drop it on YouTube a week after the audio drops. So,
Well, by the time they hear this, the audio's already out.
yeah, the audio will already be out, and then
So the
next
video will
week.
come out in a few days.
Yeah, the
So
other
subscribe to Phil's YouTube channel
Phil
now.
Duckett.
You can find that through our YouTube channel, Black and White Advice on YouTube. Also, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our podcast, watch us, listen to us, rate us, review us on all that stuff. Don't call me a racist. But besides that,
Yeah,
say whatever
don't
you
comment
want.
racist shit. Send those into the inbox like normal people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Have some class about
Black and
yourself.
White Advice pod at gmail.com. You can send those all privately.
Yeah, and say whatever you want.
We'll
only put your
review
picture.
them.
Yeah.
Also, see me on tour November 16th in Los Angeles, California, December 5th, New York City. Those are my dates coming up. Now let's get to the show.
I have a quick question. I've been watching your stand-up clips. Do you perform in a suit every time you get on stage?
Sometimes.
I'll say that is the
Not-
whitest thing. I've
Not
ever
doing spots around New York City.
Okay.
Why do you think I'm qualified to host this
That's
show?
why I didn't know. Well, you were in a tux one time. I'm like, where the fuck is Turner?
That was for a guy's 60th birthday. He flew me. He wanted me to come to Eugene, Oregon. And
He sex
perform.
trafficked you.
He sex trafficked
For
me.
jokes.
Yes.
He's like, put that little suit on. I got you.
Yeah, his name is Puff Daddy. And I went to his birthday not knowing what I was going to get myself into.
Wow, the freak off in the tux.
It was him. And then him and Jay-Z and Beyonce passed me around. Ashton
have nothing
Kutcher.
to- I have nothing to
Ashton
do with this.
Kutcher. The whole crew.
I have nothing to do with this list. Jay-Z is still a fucking great man to me.
I'm
trying
not
to-
saying he's not
I'm
great.
trying to get on title.
I'm not saying he's not great.
This is crazy. I'm like, you gonna name names? But anyway, no. Gentrification, October 25th. And so yeah, get it, check it out. It's on everything, you guys. I think you'll really enjoy it.
You're going to love it.
All right, now let's get into some racist shit.
All right, we got a bit called What's That Mean? This is a game. What is it called? Bit. It's a game called What's That Mean? We don't know enough about it. There's slang in both languages.
Yeah, there's certain sayings and
Sayings.
cultures.
Why did I say languages? Cultures.
Well, Ebonics to you is a different language. but
Okay, yeah.
it's different sayings and different cultures, and we're gonna see if we understand what they mean, or can I guess what that
So
means?
I'm gonna read you a white saying, and then you're gonna read me a black saying, and then I need to see if I know what you're talking about, and
Absolutely.
vice versa.
Absolutely.
And if you get it right, look at that.
Ooh, we got sound effects.
We got sound effects, and if you get it wrong,
nah. That's what
how about that?
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go first?
Well, white people go first and everything else. Let me get it. All right. If you were growing up and you heard your mom or father or grandmother say, "I'm not one of your little friends," what does that mean?
I'm not one of your little friends. All right, is this a midget joke again?
This gets so bad. No,
Because
it's
this
not.
was, well, I know
We
episode
stayed away
one.
from midgets because people got on me about saying they had parenthesis legs, so I fucking trying to stay off of them.
All right, so little friend doesn't mean little people. Okay.
You think my mom's saying I'm not one of your midget friends? You think that's what that means?
No, I don't know. I didn't grow up.
I'm
with you.
not one of your little friends.
Okay, I'm not It means you can't. It means you can't play with me.
Turner.
Yes.
Good job, buddy. Yeah, I am not one of them. Do not play with me.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
So you can like scam and lie to your friends.
Yeah, or talk back. I'm not one of you. Get too comfortable. I'm not one of your little friends.
Yes.
That's what they're gonna say
Okay.
immediately.
Not a midget. Okay. All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
Here's this one. My uncle and his friends in New Mexico say all the time. What does it mean to say eaten by a wolf and shit off a cliff?
Worst case scenario?
You want to talk your way through it?
I've eaten by a wolf, then shit it off a cliff.
So you might
Give it to me in a sentence.
okay, you might. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've been eaten by a wolf and shit off a cliff.
Oh, hungover. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Nailed
Give it
it.
to me in some context now. Okay.
Have you heard that one before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, yeah. It's a good West Texas.
My dad used to say he said, that boy looked like he'd been rode hard and hung up wet.
Oh, my dad says that too.
Yeah, so I figured, I was like, that's a really white one. I was like, he'll guess that. Yeah,
Put away wet.
my
Is
dad
it-
was a black Republican, so it was a lot of in-betweens on that. All right, I'm out here fighting bears with switches.
Switches, as my grandma used to say.
You ever get beat with a switch?
No, but she said for Christmas, when we were acting bad, she would get me a bundle of switches and then beat you with them. That would be your Christmas present. If you didn't turn around your attitude. I will say she never followed through on the threat.
Wow.
We never got beat up with sticks from
And
the
that's
yard.
black and white advice right there. Where I'm from, you would have to go pick your own switch. But a switch isn't a bundle. A switch is one from a tree.
You would pick
That you have to pick your own switch. Growing up, your grandma, like, you act up, go get a switch, and it better be the right one, because you'd be a smart ass and try to get the little measly stick. She's like, and now you're gonna get beat worse. So you know what I'm saying? Like, picking your own execution tool is like a crazy thing.
now we're back to North Korea.
Yeah, right, dude. A switch, and it would just be, my mom used to like strip the stick off all the leaves, one foul swoop, and just leave the two fucking leaves at the top, so it was more aerodynamic. Buddy, and I'm talking, she used to work that bitch like Zorro. You just hear,
And then do you have like
you have welts and little cuts.
where'd you get hit? Like the
Legs,
arms?
back,
just
arms, wherever she could
And
get
now
to.
are you running away
No, because then after that, she make you go sit in the bathtub. Holy shit.
with salt?
No, she wasn't fucking torture. Hey, but the water was hot enough, buddy. You couldn't tell the difference. It hurt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Open wounds?
Yeah, but you'd sleep so good that night.
Oh.
You slept so good after that ass whooping. Yeah, it was different. Yeah. But yeah, a bundle of sticks that's why I was like, that's a odd thing to do.
All right, so what's the quote again?
I'm fighting bears with switches.
I'm fighting bears with switches, which means sticks, which means I overbooked my schedule today.
That's impressively wrong. No,
I'm in over my head.
it means
I'm swamped.
life is whooping my ass. Life
That
is
was
whooping.
close.
Yeah, you were right there.
Okay.
I overbooked my schedule.
I need to speak with my secretary.
I was like, yeah, kind of. If you could gentrify the quote.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you wearing socks? I say this often.
How much money you got? It's a financial thing.
Are you wearing? No.
I always took it as fine because people who don't wear socks got money.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
and
it's a real social status.
And you have a lot of money. You put money in your shoe, like you have a penny loafer.
Oh, that's a level of rich I've never heard of.
You seen those guys? They have a penny in their shoe.
Yeah, but is that where penny loafer came from?
Yeah, because it's a penny in there.
Why would anybody ever? Because back in the day, a penny could get you something, so they would keep it in there.
I think it's like I'm so rich, I'll walk on money.
Why would you not put 100 up? A penny is copper. It would actually hurt to walk on.
Well, it's not underneath; it's on the top.
They would put a penny on top of the loafer back in the day.
Like where
That's
you're-
a fact check. Because I'm like, there's no
100%, 100%. It's where you're okay. So you got a loafer
No, I know what a penny loafer
on
is.
on a regular shoe, like where you would tie it, where the lace is. Instead, there's that like open spot in the loafer, and then you put a penny in it.
Why the fuck would anybody put a fucking penny in their nice
I think
ass
it was
shoe?
just like 1980s rich guy Wolf of Wall
A
Street
penny
stuff.
was still nothing in 1980.
I know,
if you
but
said
I'm
1909,
not
I'd be like,
defending
okay,
it.
okay.
All right. Anyway, are you wearing socks? That's the question. Are you wearing socks? That's how I would say it.
Are you cold?
Are you ready to be surprised?
Oh, because I'm going to knock your socks off.
Yeah. Now let me say it.
Okay. That's kind of fucking clever, I guess.
Are you wearing socks? And they say yes. And you go, well, prepared
for
to
long.
have them knocked off.
Well, not for long, bucko.
Not for long.
Okay. Are you wearing? Yeah, I've never. That is a thoroughly Caucasian statement. I've never heard that.
You can use it.
I won't be.
It's
Are
fantastic.
you wearing socks? Are you wearing a G-string? All right.
Last one.
Last one.
What are we, 1-1?
Yeah. I know my car.
I know my car.
Yeah. If you riding with somebody and they're like, chill, I know my car.
Don't be a backseat driver. Oh! Wait, I know my car. Can I guess again? I know... well, because you put oil in your car. I know how my body works.
Pretty okay. You know what? I'm willing to give it because you're right there.
Am I close?
So
I've never heard this before in my life.
Okay, so
I know my car.
So scenario: you riding with your homeboy in the car, you driving. He looks over. Your gas tank is on E. He's like, "You ain't gonna stop for gas." He's like, "Bro, I know my car."
Okay.
I know my car. I
It'll make it?
Yeah, I got like at least 10 more miles.
20 more miles?
Yeah. You're not gonna put gas in your car. I know my car.
Stop telling me what to do.
Yeah, I know my car.
I know my car.
Yeah.
All right, I'm using that from
Okay.
now on. All right, last one. This came from Joe, actually. Up to my ass in alligators. I'm up to my ass in alligators today.
You're overwhelmed.
Close enough. Busy, right? I'm really busy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of like the bear with the switch.
Yeah, but pretty much kind of on the same lines.
Imagine one day you're fighting a bear off with a switch and you're up to your ass in alligators.
You got a bear on one side and an alligator on the other side?
Just go ahead and call the coroner, boys.
Yeah, I think you're
not
dead.
gonna make it. So I end up winning 2-1.
You won 2-1.
Woo!
Look at that. YMCA. YMCA. All right, we will be right back with your black and white advice questions.
Hey, you want to get bonus content, early episodes, and have your questions answered on the show?
Well, then subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/blackandwhiteadvice and subscribe right now.
Do it, and we'll give you a shout out on a future episode.
And I might call you the N-word.
All right, we're back. Phil is sweating his face off in this Halloween costume.
Well, let me tell you something. Everybody know black people got high blood pressure, so leave me alone. Happens.
Question number 1. This is from Drew in Detroit.
What up, Drew?
He wants to know.
What up, though?
Hi, I'm a 40-year-old white man.
In Detroit? Your life is gangster already.
Yeah, it's a tough life.
That's a tough life.
My wife wants me to dress up for a 1920s Great Gatsby themed costume party with her friends. What's the best way to tell her no?
What was his name again?
Drew in Detroit.
Drew. Don't be coy with me, Drew. We know y'all like to relive the glory days. Go ahead and put on your best 1920s. Call everybody colored and jigaboo and whatnot. I don't know why we acting like, you don't. First of all, clearly you haven't seen the Great Gatsby movie with DiCaprio. My black ass. I'd put on a tuxedo and grab a tray of crab cakes just to go to that party. I'm like, I'll serve. Just because the Great Gatsby was a different time, man. I would definitely go. I would go to that. I would definitely
So
go.
you would just say go? But he's saying he doesn't
What else
wanna-
would you do? Sit at home and watch Halloween and jack off?
By the
What are
way,
you
this
talking
is a Halloween themed question. I forgot to say it because he's talking about dressing up.
Yeah,
for
I'm
a
like, what
party.
else would you do on Halloween?
I would say if you don't want to go, you do the woke route and you say, well, you know what? I don't think we should relive that time.
I know white people who do that. It pisses me off every time. I was like, get off your high horse. Oh,
It's not a high horse, it's a way out.
Oh, yeah, it's a way out.
giving
Right.
him
But
a
I
way
was saying
out.
that y'all don't really be feeling like that. Like, we're better than this. I'm like, are you, Turner? So I don't know. But you're right. You could always go to the woke route.
You just picked a random white name and landed on me.
I'm telling you, it just slipped out. It just, bro, your name is perfect.
I want to hear just these people who said I was racist last episode. I want just as much on the other side now.
They can't say that to me because everybody knows I'm racist.
Oh yeah.
It's like a known thing. I'm from South Carolina, bro. They only make kind of races and January 6 races. There's no in between, and they're all fresh out of January 6s right now. They're in prison. So, yeah, they know. It's a hint.
Next question.
All right, I'm down.
Oh wait, I have one more thing to say on that one. If you want out, do it in character. like 1920s character.
Like, yeah, she.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, damsel. You know, like you go already get the costume ready, and they'd be like, I will not go to this event.
That's going to backfire. She's like, I mean, you're already dressed.
I guess that's
You
a good
can't
point.
be
You have to
dressed.
go.
You've already done half the effort.
All right.
You're like, look here, toots. You
Yeah.
got to do that in your house slippers in a row with a
Hey.
cigarette hanging out. So she
Just
thinks she's going to get beat.
All
Relive,
right.
relive the times.
All right. Next question.
Too far. Got it. Sometimes I push the envelope.
Oh, Richard in Ontario, California.
We got us a great white northerner. He's from Ontario. That's Canada.
Ontario, California. Oh. It's like a LA suburb.
Really?
I don't know if it's Orange
I didn't know
County
that.
or where.
Oh, I've been to Orange County. Beautiful Trump supporters.
I was going to say very white.
He was the whitest.
So anyway, this guy, he's black. He said, I have a white girlfriend who is really hot. Like 11 out of 10.
Smoke show.
She wants to have a Halloween party at my house. He says, I'm black and my parents think Halloween is the work of the devil, but they are out of town. I think this kid's in like high school or slightly after high school. He lives at home.
Lives at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
What should I do? So he's got this like super hot white girlfriend. She wants to have a Halloween party at his parents' house while they're away. It's a roll of the dice.
Let me tell you something, buddy. I mean, I get where he's at. First of all, I grew up very similar. Black Southern religious. Halloween's not like I didn't celebrate Halloween growing up. I didn't start dressing up till I was in college, and that's when I knew you get more ass if you put on a costume. But like,
You didn't go trick or treating growing up?
No, we went to Hallelujah night at church.
What does that mean?
So we go to church, we dress up like biblical characters, and then they would have different like games at the church, like pin the tail on doggy, bob for apples. They had like little stage and face painting, and you just go around to different stations and just fill up your pillowcase or candy bucket.
But you got candy.
You got candy,
You just got it at church.
You got it at church. You doing church games.
No
and stuff
goblins?
no goblins and stuff. Because I mean, if you look at the meaning of All Hallows Eve, I mean, it explains itself. I mean, it's a day to talk to the dead, to bring back spirits. As a Christian, like really religious person, that's just not. I mean, because Halloween didn't start off as dressing up as fun little ghosts. Back in the day, it was actual like a real fucking thing. Like they were conjuring spirits.
But
out
no
here.
one's still conjuring spirits.
Yes, the
are
fuck they do. I know plenty of like witches. Like, and I didn't know it was a real thing. Like women
No,
will say that
there's no such thing as witches.
the Wicca religion is witches.
I know, but I know
That
these
is a
people-
witch.
No. I know they think they're witches.
Well, of course, I'm
but I
not
don't
so
think they
dumb
have
where I'm like,
powers
oh my
over
God,
us.
where's your fucking kettle and your broomstick? But they believe in it and they play with Ouija boards and shit. Like, to this day,
Okay.
I would never touch a Ouija. You couldn't pay me enough to touch a Ouija board. I swear to God. There's nothing you can
What
pay me to do.
religion did you grow up in?
Southern Baptist / non-denominational. Like, it was kind of, we started off Southern and then went to non-denominational.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
you couldn't go trick or treating. Apparently, I don't think Richard could either.
But to answer his question, you're between a rock and a hard place, my boy. The question you got to ask yourself is, what am I willing to risk for greatness? Okay.
Exactly.
This is what you got to ask. How bad do you want the ass? You know what I mean? Because if it means something to you, you'll say, fuck your parents, I'm going to get some pussy. But then again, you are a good black man, so you ain't going to say fuck your parents. So I would say find an alternative venue to throw this party at. If I were you, you still want the white girl dressing up because I'm telling you, you're going to be in for the time of your life. When she dresses up in that little bunny outfit or whatever horse she decides to play.
By the way, we should pause right here and say we're assuming they're all over 18.
I pray to God they're
Yeah.
all over 18.
We don't know his age. We just guessed.
Okay. Well, if she's over 18, she's definitely wearing a horse outfit for Halloween because that's just what you do. You're going to have the time of your life. But is the risk worth burning a bridge with your family to get some ass? Because chances are you're not going to be fucking with this girl in a year or two anyway, if you're that young.
I think I have the answer.
You get a hotel, have a hotel party.
Or you find because here's the issue with Ontario, California, that's LA cops. If they're showing up, they're breaking up a party at your house. They're going to come. If you have it in a hotel, they're going to come. Here's what you do. You find your dumbest white friend and you tell him to convince him to do it at his house. You order kegs and you just have them delivered to his house. When they arrive at his house, he'll be like, whoa, I'm having a free beer? Yeah, we're having a party.
And then everybody just comes
You take
over.
your girlfriend to his house. And then the cops are going to come to his house. He might get arrested, but who cares? And then by the time the cops show up, you leave. You're gone.
Oh, buddy, I see the cops coming down the street. I'm already gone.
You gone.
They won't even know I was at the party.
It's amateur move to ever host a high school party or college party, whatever it is, at your parents' house.
I threw a rager at my parents'
and
house.
how did that end up?
Phenomenal.
And everyone was cool with it?
Everybody.
Your Republican dad, no problem?
Of course, they didn't know. So my dad was a college coach. So
How'd you get out of it? They didn't know.
So how about this? My dad ends up finding out. God rest his soul. So my dad was a college basketball coach. He coached at the University of South Carolina. The SEC tournament, the Gamecocks, go Cox, pause.
Miami of Ohio.
And Miami of Ohio, but we have some bad history. But I still attended university there. But no, so my dad was at the SEC tournament with my mom. And I was at the age, because I was a senior, that they were like, we're not going to get you a sitter this year. You should be old enough to be able to hold the house down for 2 days. Which I was like, of course. I can do that.
You immediately threw a kegger?
Call everybody you know. We got the place. And so the thing is, we had a big yard, like an acre worth of land. So there was only a couple houses in our neighborhood that could see our house. So I made everybody park on the opposite side of our house in the open lot. So it looked like there were no cars there. It was a rager. It ended up being one of the greatest parties ever. My dad still found out. Nobody called the cops. No cops ever showed up. My dad gets back from his trip. After all the cleanup and everything, I had left 4 beer cans outside on our patio with cigarette butts on top. And he was like, what's this about? I was like, oh, me and a couple friends just watched the game that night. And he was like, oh. He was like, a couple friends? I was like, yeah, just a couple. He was like, but it was literally like 70, 80 people in there, which for a high school party is a fucking blowout.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Did you ever go to those people's house where the parents would be there?
Oh, all my white friends. We don't care if you drink long as it's at our house.
I mean, that was not my parents.
That was definitely not my parent. And now that I am a parent, I think, like, how dumb could you be? Because it's not about right then. Let's say, because kids are going to be kids. So I take your keys, whatever. You still find a way to sneak out. Whatever trouble you get in, accident, kill somebody, they're like, where was he at last? I'm still the point of contact.
You're the law. I mean, a lawsuit is coming right at you.
That's on a good day. You're going to jail.
You're going to jail for serving minors.
Right.
The minute kids are having underage sex in your house, the minute one of them tells their parents, now you're an accomplice.
Exactly.
Yeah, those were the dumbest people on earth.
I used to love hanging there as a child,
It was the best.
but as an adult, I was like, I would never be that.
That's my point for Richard. Find one of those kids.
Yeah.
Find one of those dumb kids
where parents
are even dumber.
Yeah.
And take the girl to that house.
Yeah.
Throw the party. Everyone says you need to surround yourself with people smarter than you. I hear that all the time. Wrong.
Only if you're trying to be successful.
Yeah, but no one's doing that.
Yeah.
Dumber. You want dumber friends.
Be the smartest guy in the room.
Be the smartest
so
guy.
that they can take the fall for you.
And if you're not, leave that room. Yeah. And find a dumber room that you can be the smartest. Yeah, because you need people who will take the blame for you. And also, the smarter you look, it's like if you're a girl, you want to be the hot girl in your group. You know?
First of all, I feel like women do that a lot.
They
of
do it
times.
anyway.
And they say they don't, because I've seen a group of 5s to 10s, whatever, just a good group.
5 to 10s that's a wide variance. In one crew?
Let me tell you something. You never go home alone.
There's never 2 10s in a group.
There are, but they don't even like each other. When there's 2 10s in a group, there's always beef.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting for alpha female.
They like the 6s.
What
and the
I've
5s
noticed is, in a crew, you'll get 1 to 2 very hot ones, trickle down effect.
Sure.
To the grovelers. And what I found is
the middle linebacker.
Yeah. And the problem is they do that because I feel like, and I've talked to them, they're like, no, she's just a great person. I'm like, but you talk shit about her. You kind of pick on her. You really don't like her. It makes you feel better.
Yes.
And that's why you do it. And that's a fucking problem.
So what I'm saying, women have been doing this for years. Now men need to smarten up and do the same thing, but with how smart you are.
Men can't do that.
You need idiot
As
friends.
a man... Okay, maybe
I don't care about looks.
Oh, I thought you were talking about looks. As a man, you can't come in as a 10 with a group of 2s.
You do with intelligence.
The women, they don't even let you in the club.
Yeah,
you got to have that. But no, if you're talking about for getting out of things, you always should have like a couple of dunces that can be the pawns.
Find a dunce, Richard.
Yeah, thank you. Find a dunce.
All right. Next question.
I think that was great advice.
That was great. That might be the best advice we've given.
And we actually came together on that advice, on the same thing. That doesn't happen very often.
Next question, Phil in Sacramento.
1 L or 2 L's, Phil? All right.
1 L.
Oh, he's like me.
Oh, is that you?
Wow, why don't you try learning your co-host?
Well, your name's Philip.
They're all
Phil.
Some people spell it with 2 L's. Some people spell it with 1 L.
I see.
I'm a 1 L guy.
I was thinking who has Phil? Okay, got it. Excuse me, Philip.
And they say black people ain't gifted intellectually. You didn't know Philip could be one L or two?
I thought
you thought I had a U in my name,
I
didn't
said
you?
Phil. I thought it was an Fillup.
Are you dyslexic? Fill up?
I'm kidding.
Holy shit.
Phil in Sacramento wants to know, California, a Halloween themed question: why are all ghosts white?
You want me to answer that for real? I'll tell you why they're all
Sure,
white.
I got an answer.
I'll tell you why. Because white people are only people that get to die in their sleep. So they get to come back and haunt shit. When you killed abruptly by the police, you don't have time to reincarnate. Is that a good enough answer for you, Philip? The only way you get to become a ghost if you die peacefully and you got shit to do. And white people always want to be busy and always be in somebody's business, so they come back as ghosts. Black people, we just so happy after we die that we got a break. We like, hell no, I ain't haunting nobody.
But why do ghosts have? Because ghosts aren't white people. They have a white sheet. Is that because they die in bed?
Ghosts don't have white sheets. Have you never seen a ghost before?
A ghost has a white sheet over it. That's what
No,
a
I'm
ghost
saying
is.
no. That's what TV puts
It's
as
a
ghosts.
skeleton with a white
Have you ever
sheet.
seen a real ghost?
I don't know.
I have.
You have?
Yeah, they're people. They're
Was this
actual,
at the Halloween, church Halloween?
You think it's at Hallelujah night? You think we're conjuring ghosts?
Hallelujah night?
First of all, take that as a sign of disrespect. Don't
Next
play with
to-
the Lord.
after that,
Don't play
bobbing
with
for
Jesus.
apples?
Don't play with Jesus. Number one, no. And we playing with my Lord. But no, it's a thing, bro. Spirits are real, Turner.
I was thinking of the one with the sheet.
That's the clan.
That's Casper?
That is the clan. And that is a different type of ghost. But
There's like, no, he's like a cyclops.
Yeah. No. It's like I got a pointy thing.
right, I'm like, no,
And he lights
that's a
fires.
different type of ghost.
That ghost.
But no, man. Yeah, you've seen Sir Headless Nick in Harry Potter.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Are you fucking joking me?
I'm serious. I've never seen Harry Potter. I don't like.
I was gonna say you're a white man. I mean, I love Harry Potter, but I'm like, I've actually never. I don't know if I've met a white person that hasn't seen Harry Potter.
Well, now you have. I don't like dragons. They have dragons. I don't like
That's
spells.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, spells, casting. I don't magic. It's come on.
Really?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
are we
It's
doing?
crazy.
Harry Potter?
Turner. Okay, listen to. If we get to 400 subscribers, I will make Turner watch the first 3 movies of Harry Potter. And we'll document it.
Patreons. Okay.
We're not even talking about Patreon.
Oh,
I just want 400 subscribers to the YouTube
How
channel.
long? It's like 10 movies, right?
That's why I said only the first 3.
They grow up through them all,
Buddy.
They start out they're like 5.
You
at
are
the end,
in
they're
for
like
a
30.
real treat, buddy. Oh,
Not doing
the first
this.
trip to Hogwarts is magical.
Oh God, Hogwarts. Who's the white person around here?
I guess me, motherfucker, because I like good cinema. Okay. J.K. Rowling did her big one on that shit. Anyway, damn, I did not know that. I'm literally shocked on that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I've never been interested. I think I'm too
I
old.
feel like you're like a Minecraft type
It came out when I was like in college, I think.
Couldn't have, Turner. You're close to my age. I think you're a little older.
I'm a little older.
I'm 36.
I'm 42.
Oh, shit.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, because I was in middle school when it came out, so you would have been in
I was in
high
college.
school,
Who's 20 years old? I'm not like Friday night. I'm not going out. I'm not going out for Halloween for all the hot chicks. I'm going to stay in and watch Harry Potter.
Or if you were
know what
smart,
I mean?
you'd dress up as Harry Potter and bang the hot chicks.
Those were like kids that were into Harry
That
Potter.
took a hard turn. I didn't think those were the kids. That's true. I guess in your time that wouldn't have been a thing. All right, fair. Damn, I am riddle me impressed. But yeah,
I like your ghost question. I like your answer. I had nothing to add.
Yeah. Okay.
Final one. Final question of the day. Oh, this is from, I don't know the name of it. It's someone in Buffalo.
She sent it to me.
Yeah.
This is Kelly.
Kelly in Buffalo.
Shout out to Kelly, man. Kelly in Buffalo. One of the best hairdressers in Buffalo.
Oh.
She didn't even pay me to say it.
Look at that.
All right.
Should we plug her business? Or
I thought about it, but
wait till we read the question.
wait till we read the questions.
If you didn't like me, you're going to hate Kelly in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, because this was a tough question.
This came to you. Kelly in Buffalo says, I love a good costume. I love it detailed and as authentic as possible. With that being said,
That's how you know it gets racist. when you
here's
say
the
shit.
with that being said.
With that being said.
If I wanted to be Michael Jackson from the 1980s for Halloween, I know this is offensive to black people, but I would love to make my skin tone the same as his skin tone. If you wanted to dress up like Taylor Swift, I wouldn't have and went full white chicks in quotes, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Well, the oppressor never has a problem.
She says, I sincerely don't want to be ignorant. I just want to know why it's so offensive. P.S. This year, I'm being macho man because I'm white trash in my heart.
And you know what?
I do like that.
The cream of the crop. I love Macho Man.
boy!
Yeah, I love it. The cream.
I'll tell you something, Mean Gene.
Macho Man is a great thing. Number one, I love Macho Man. He's one of my all-time favorite WWF people. WCW people. I think it was WCW.
He did both.
Yeah, he did both. So, but Kelly.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Turner's still caught up on Macho. This is what I'm going to tell you, Kelly, because, white people ask me all this. It's like this when white people say, well, why can't I say the N-word? I don't mean anything by it. It's a term of endearment.
Can I just throw in something quick?
Sure.
I think in Buffalo you can.
Let's ask old Chicken Wing Joe over here. Yeah.
I think you're in the clear, Kelly.
Nobody's going to stop you
If you want to dress up, you want to do full blackface in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Who's going to go set
You're by
Thurman
Niagara
Thomas?
Falls. Nobody's coming out there.
Who's even there?
Right.
O.J. Simpson?
Right, and he wouldn't care. This is what I'm going to say, man. It's a double standard. You know what I mean? And white people hate to hear this. This is a double standard. Yes, we could black person could 100% go whiteface. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
The only white person to ever go blackface and black people love it was my boy from Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey. Okay, that is the only blackface that's ever been remotely I'm talking. Black people love that character so much, but it was done so tasteful and it was done so well. It was like you can't even be mad at this because it's so funny.
Was he also fully committed?
He fully committed. It was just a great role. And the thing is, as well as he did, if they remade that movie right now, they still wouldn't put it out because it's just too risky.
Yeah, it wouldn't come
But the
out.
thing is, there's not a black person that's seen it and be like, that motherfucker was the best. Okay? That's just a thing. All right? That's the only time that was acceptable. Black people can always do white because I know y'all hate to hear it, but the oppressed can't be racist. Y'all started racism. Y'all brought us here, kidnapped us, brought us here. I know it gets dark and heavy, but that is the truth.
Yeah.
So we can never be racist because we were the ones who were getting beat. Like, if you don't realize, back in the day, white people used to do blackface all the time when they would act. It was a character called Sambo. Look it up. Sambo was always a white dude black with these big ass red nigga lips that they would put on and it would make white people laugh like, I want some watermelon mess. So it became racist long before we were even on this earth. And that's why blackface has such a bad stigma.
Sure.
It started so bad that it was like, we can't redeem ourselves for even doing Sambo. So anytime we do it, it comes off in poor taste because we remember that we started blackface. You understand? Like
meaning white people.
We meaning white people. We
Sure.
started this, so it was so offensive that they completely took it off TV. Sambo used to be on TV. White people used to do blackface for laughs on TV.
Yeah, it was. What are they called? Minstrel shows?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And so now that we've forgotten about it because you don't see it anymore, and it's so, you know what I mean? It's like,
And at that time, so here's my question. I by the way, I agree with everything you're saying. I know what you're saying. I understand. So back then, though, it was the minstrel shows were insanely offensive.
insanely offensive.
And it was like a white guy. Not only he was acting stupid.
Stupid, black. And they would also do Asian characters where they would paint them yellow and be like, oh,
Yeah,
like
try
it was
to,
like. So the
the
thing
eyes
is,
and
white
stuff.
people started the racism of painting themselves as other to
Of
do
course.
it. So that's why just because we forget the
So
past
it's
doesn't mean
tied to history.
Yeah, it's tied to
is the
history,
issue.
and we forget history, which is why history can repeat itself when you forget it. And that's why, because black people, our grandparents, and said they still remember Sambo.
Never forget.
Never forget. It's our
like
9/11.
9/11.
Attaboy. This is blackface is Black 9/11. You okay?
Black 9/11.
And the problem is y'all forget, but we don't. So that's why it's offensive because, and back to your question, if you're dressing up as Michael Jackson, you think if you have the little curl with the leather jacket with the white glove and the loafers, we don't know you to fucking Michael Jackson was white by the 80s. You don't have to add no pigment. We would get who you were. So to add blackface, just like, I want to be a for the night. It's just like, oh, for what reason? We knew who you were without it.
An unnecessary risk.
It's unnecessary. It's just, I just want to do it just
Yeah.
to see what it would be like. Rachel Del Doza, whatever. Yeah, Dolezal.
Dolezal?
Yeah, whatever. That's what I'm saying. So, Kels, you know I fuck with you. I've met you in real life. So I know you're not racist. Like 100%. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what I mean? What is the point of you adding the color?
I have one thing to add. We probably shouldn't plug her business.
Not after we just said
Yeah,
that.
not after all that.
But if you can find her, she does one great hairdresser.
What about
Phil, I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
So let's pretend in the future, 100 years from now, everything's equal like black people and white people, like there's no more struggle.
So 300.
300. Everything's good. Could we go back to blackface if you want to be like Mr. T for Halloween? And
when are we allowed? Is his question. How long? How long?
Well, I think now that we're like finding out about other people and other like life forms, you know what I mean, and trans people, aliens, like everything. Like I think once we start
people and aliens.
I'm just saying once we starting to fuck the others.
Okay.
I think everything becomes unified, and then it's like, no, you can do whatever you want. But right now, I feel like it's just two main different graphics: is men, women, black and white.
Well, I don't know. You have Latino people. You have
man, most of them
Asian people. Half the world is Asian, right?
Yeah, but all life started in Africa, so there's only really two.
I see.
Okay, okay. So at the end of the day, you ever seen something where you fill out a survey and it's like black, white, Latino, but if you hit Latino, it's like, but of black descent. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like, it all comes.
Wait, they do that with white people too.
Really?
You say, "What are you? Are you white?" And you say, "Yes, I'm white." And they give you one last out.
I didn't know that. I've never
And
clicked
they go,
on white. So
"Well, but are you white but Latino?"
Really?
And then you have to be like, "I'm not even that."
I didn't know that. So it says black, and then I click black.
Because they're trying to help.
Right, and I didn't know
'cause
black Latino.
White's the worst thing you can be right now.
Right.
And
I
so they
didn't
go,
know
"Are
that.
you sure you're white? You might be someone Mexican in your heritage.
You promise you ain't got a little bit of flavor.
We'll give you anything.
You eat avocados. We'll
can
tell you.
get
We'll give
into
it to you.
Berkeley. All you need is a little, and you go, nope, nothing. And they go, that's it. I can't. They go,
Let me tell you
Can't
something.
help ya.
Pure white is ass. All right, you gotta have a little bit.
you're not getting into this independent film festival.
can't be full-blown
to save
Scandinavian.
Your life.
Yeah.
Have you been to the beach recently?
Yeah, anything. Have you done blackface?
Right.
We'll give you anything.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but no, I think that to answer that question, I think that's what it is.
One last question?
Sure.
Remember Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, who's a white guy, did he dressed up like an Indian person and did Indian face, and Indian people were like, "That's blackface. That's us." And he's like the prime minister. So he went, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. But then there was a conversation where people were like, but I don't know. It's not tied to like a minstrel. There's no historical. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know how people say why it's not tied to. You mean the raping and pillaging of all the Native Americans on this planet?
India. People from India.
Oh, fuck them. I'm sorry. Oh, you're talking about the call center. Okay, no. I thought we were talking about Native Americans. Oh, no. That's on you, my boy. You know what I mean? Because Indians don't be fucking with us like that no way. So I'm cool on them.
I think that's a good place to
end
end.
it.
All we have left to do now is the white lies and dark truths.
Yeah.
Penny loafers, guys.
Yeah.
So, the strap on the shoe was the perfect size to hold a coin. And back in the day, when using payphones was a normal thing, many young men and women would keep their money in their shoes in case they needed to make an emergency call.
No.
Yes.
Don't try to take credit for that, white man. You said they had so much money it was just something to prove a point. And I was like, why the fuck would they only do
me just talking.
And I said that. I said, was that when pennies actually meant something and they used it to spend money?
What did I say?
You were like, no, they just was a status symbol for them to put on top of their shoe.
I mean, I think it was okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
That was a status symbol, though.
I was like, it's got to be used for something. Who the fuck is walking around with copper on their fucking feet?
Just for fun.
All right, well, you got dollar bills out here.
All right, that is the show. Have a happy Halloween, everybody.
October 25th, gentrification. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Stay black.
Stay black always.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message, 'cause they're up to the task. They're rolling